I just want you to know about Pete, because how Pete got his job is pretty remarkable too. He wrote a letter. He started having his letters published in the New York Post.
Yeah.
He was working as a cartoonist,
Yeah.
graphic artist.
Graphic artist.
And he wrote a letter to Jimmy Wexler, the paper's editor. And just read this, because it's so great. This is Jimmy Wexler's memoirs.
Yeah, Wexler had published a book in 1960 in the spring called Reflections of an Angry Middle-Aged Editor. So that wouldn't fit on a marquee, obviously, so it didn't sell a lot. I read it through in one night and then typed a long letter to Wexler, agreeing with most of what he'd written, arguing with some of his remarks, singling out a chapter on journalism for my hardest criticism, implying that newspapers had no room for people like me, working class people, people who didn't go to Ivy League schools, young men rejected by places like Columbia. That had happened to me. Such people, I said, might not have great formal educations, but they knew about New York, the world, life. I worked hard on the letter, making 3 drafts. I didn't think of it as a job application. That's what it turned out to be. Because right after, 3 days later, I guess it was, Wexler had sent me a little letter. Have you ever thought about becoming a newspaper man? And of course I had. And he said, if so, call me at whatever the number was, at Whitehall 49000, I think it was.
Something like that, yeah.
At the Post. And he invited me down and he offered me a tryout as a newspaper man. So I did that at night while I was working days at another job.